Okay, everybody, you always hear me referring to my Prius. Last 3-4 years I've been driving this thing. I don't remember how many miles it was, but this year I've already figured that I have deducted over $20,000 off of my income at 57 cents a mile, I think it is. So I drive this thing absolutely everywhere. It's been to Tennessee. It goes out of town to auctions. It goes everywhere. I use it every single day. And it has been my little workhorse since my Honda CR-V got hit and totaled by that drunk driver. And I always said I'd be heartbroken if something ever happened to this car. And this car will not stop. It just absolutely will not stop. It's got 289,000 miles on it. It's a timing chain 1.5 liter engine. It's got a newer battery. I think I got the receipt. I'll dig it up. It was the guy before me had it put in. So I don't know. It might be 6 years old. Absolutely runs up towards the top. A lot of times in the green area, averages 46 miles to the gallon, usually for me, maybe 47 per tank. And that's a combination of all driving. And when I'm going to these auctions, I'm running 80 to 85 miles per hour. So I am not being that mindful of being efficient, and it still kicks butt for fuel mileage. The best mileage I've ever got out of this was 50.7 miles to the gallon out of one tank, and that's when I spent the whole week driving around conscious of trying to see how good I could do. But I'm always in a hurry, so I'm moving 80 plus miles an hour in this thing all the time. It's got almost brand new tires on the front. I had put on at Brown's Tires. Then I felt like a cheapskate and I had used tires put on a few months ago on the back. Excuse me. A couple years ago, I did the brakes and rotors on the front, and then the rear are drum brakes, and I did the rear brakes, hardware kit, and new drums and everything, new wheel cylinders. I didn't want to have an issue, because I'm going out of town and I don't want to be stuck 120 miles away from home if this thing has an issue. So this has literally no issues. It does not leak a drop of anything like all Toyotas. It's going to use almost a quart of oil between oil changes. And I always use full synthetic, always have. And it's never been smoked in. Everything works, air conditioning and stuff. The cruise control did quit working about a year after I bought it, which was unfortunate. So I just drive it without cruise. I never really looked into what it was. And let me just say real quick, I eat in it while I'm driving, so I apologize for some of these stains. And but I'm going to get some shampoo and I'm going to spot clean this stuff. I just want to get it up for sale because if I can get this sold, there's a much newer Toyota Camry hybrid that I want to keep for myself. It's a bigger car. It's not going to be as efficient, but I fell in love with it. I know it will never do what this Prius will do for mileage, but at the same time, it's bigger and more comfortable. Man, this as you can see, it's my like a rolling office and a rolling toolbox all in one. That's where I just used it. I need to spot clean that. That's where I used it to go get a battery at Walmart. It's got the storage underneath there where you can put, like, I got a Sawzall in there and DeWalt Sawzall and some other tools and stuff. And it is literally just an outstanding design of a car. I have the Bluetooth adapter that I've been using for years. Ever since I got it, and even before. It's the same adapter I used in my CR-V down there that charges my phone and also hooks so I can play music, listen to my navigation through the stereo, and take phone calls right through the car stereo and talk with hands-free. So that, of course, will go with it. The newer Toyota Camry already has that. So, but that Bluetooth is something that I like to use. So it's been sitting here on, as you can see, because I've not been moving it while I was taking pictures. Oops, not that one. Here we go. Yeah, it's been sitting in long enough to drain it down off of green, so it's down just a tiny bit. Why do I keep doing that? Hitting the wrong button. Oh yeah, new wipers. Whenever it needs anything, I put it on. All right, so let's take it for a spin. This thing is absolutely flawless. No wheel, well, actually I replaced the wheel bearings and hubs on the front. I've got receipts for pretty much everything. Yeah, down in there, Dart Automotive does all the work. We're just running electric. That's why that bar is all the way up there. Oh, let's kick it in. Kick this pig, make it go. Steering wheel controls for your stereo and for the climate control. It has automatic climate control. The air conditioning is ice cold, and it has an excellent heater. Also, in the pictures, when you saw the pictures of the engine, I took off the plastic cover. It's in the garage, and I can put that back on for you. But I am religious about checking all of my fluids and making sure that it doesn't run low on anything and everything stays exactly within spec, because as I said, my business depends on it, and I don't ever want to get stranded when I'm out of town. So I take care of this thing, and it is easily prepared to go another 150,000 miles. I truly believe that. You can see the mileage here. Let me switch back to this thing. Down at the bottom there, it's showing, well, kind of going downhill just a little bit, but cruising 50 to 60 miles an hour, it will stay right at 50 miles to the gallon on average, maybe 49. But if you are careful, you can literally do 48 miles to the gallon just driving it normally without being like overly conscious of it. You can average that for an entire tank of gas. The numbers on here that the car shows you are actually a little lower than what you actually get if you figure it with a calculator at the pump, because when it's driving on just battery power, it's figuring 99.9 miles to the gallon instead of like literally infinite miles to the gallon. So the math is better if you actually figure it manually using a calculator, and you end up finding out that these things get about 4 to 5 miles per gallon better than what it says on the dash at the end of the day when you fill up your tank. It has a 10.9 gallon tank. This past summer I actually ran out of fuel on the freeway just before I got to this exit, and I was able to drive it all the way up here and down this road on the battery by itself, and the car was totally out of gas, and I made it almost all the way back to the car lot where I work, and I had to call my son to bring me some gas. But I thought that was interesting that it would drive for several miles, and the battery just ran the whole car. You know, if I turned off the air conditioning, I probably could have made it back, but I was still running everything while I was out of gas and running it on the battery. I thought that was interesting that you can actually do that with these. Okay, also through the company, because this is in my name personally, and it has been for years, but through the company, I will warranty this, and I will give a warranty up to 3,000 miles. I'll upload it through ascwarranty.com, and it's a zero deductible coverage on the engine and drivetrain. Also covers hybrid parts too, so that's not bad. But as I said before, this has zero issues, and if by chance that Toyota Camry, if I get an offer on it that I can't refuse, I'm going to take the ad down for this and just keep driving it for another couple of years. But it is a no excuses car. It's got a check engine light right there, as you can see. Oh, I see the pixels are flashing. That's my phone making it look like that. There's no issue with that. They're not flashing. Okay, so it's got a check engine light, as you can see, and that is for a catalytic converter. I don't know if it's a sensor or whatever. I had it checked. It is not clogged. And these catalytic converters, by the way, if you're looking to buy a... okay, I thought I was running the light. If you're looking to buy something really cheap and you want to get some money back, the catalytic converter on this thing, you could take it off and straight pipe the car, and it probably wouldn't even be that loud. You know, if you just left the muffler only on it, you could get about $1,000 out of a Toyota Prius catalytic converter. People steal these things like crazy, so that's why I'm always kind of keeping it close. And you know, I don't want somebody stealing it from me. But if you get it, don't leave it in a bad area. these things are worth some serious money. And like that battery is like an expensive item too, and that thing was brand new just a few years back, so just before I got it actually. And I'll have to dig up that receipt. I might already have it in there. Oh well, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I wasn't prepared to put this up for sale, and yesterday I got that Camry and I drove it all afternoon, and it's just like a big version of this car. It's not as efficient, but I'm thinking seriously about switching if somebody buys this Prius. So give me a call, come check it out. It's mine personally, no sales tax, none of that. The title's in my name, but I will put that warranty up to 3,000 miles on it with 0 deductible. And as you can see, the battery's back where it usually is. This is something we've had to Gatlinburg. We've driven it everywhere. I loaned it to my son. He goes out of town with it. This is a truly awesome, dependable, efficient little car. Traction control, ABS, all that stuff on it works perfectly. And I'll just look forward to talking to you. You guys have a great day. Whoops, there was the traction control right there kicking on. Got into a puddle. You guys have a great day, and I'll look forward to meeting you.